Hey, Cowboys. Mama said. Knock you out.
1, 1, 2. Check me out right here, yo. In the commission, you ask for permission to hit him. He don't like me, hit him while wifey was with him. You heard of us, the murderous, most shady. Been on the low lately, the feds hate me. Opposition, competition of the day in the life of the commission. Yeah.
All right there, family. This is Mr. Batch of the BBC, the Big Blue Commission. And yes, Mama said knock you out. I had to run that again, man, because that's what this game was. This was the knockout game. The winner advances, becomes the NFC East champs, and goes into the playoffs. And that's what the Giants did. Sorry, Jerry Jones. Jason Garrett. Who's running that team anyway? Who's the coach? Sorry, Jerry Jones, you'll never be in Al Davis. Leave Jason Garrett alone. Let him get his coaching chops. Let him, do his thing. You up there on his ear, on his back. You coming down from the booth and whatnot. Antrell Rolls said it real nice in the post game. If you didn't hear that clip, he said he had checked out the newspapers and heard everything in the sports pages about this being Coughlin's job was on the line, and Antrell Rolls said something to the effect that everybody pulled together. They knew that they had to get this game, besides the game for Coughlin, but for them also to advance into the playoffs and become NFC East champs, which they did. Very convincingly, in my opinion. And also the rest of the league needs to look out, at least the NFC needs to look out, that the G-men are clicking with the Get 'em boys down linemen. Like I had said previously in my other video, I had said I'm going to rely on Eli. He's an elite quarterback. Yes, he is, because he was answering a question when they posed it to him. Eli, do you feel that you're an elite quarterback? He said, yes, he did. I love the confidence in him. He carried the team this year. Victor Cruz, man, came on like gangbusters. Steve Smith could have never given us anything like that. No, nothing like that. Oh, Pag, wow, 99 yards. Then yesterday, 72 yards. Hakeem Nicks did that block and sprung Victor Cruz for the 72 yards. And it was off to the races. Hakeem Nicks caught the last touchdown in the fourth quarter, which gave Eli Manning the most touchdowns in the fourth quarter in a regular season, surpassing Johnny Unitas and his older brother, Peyton Manning. Gotta love this game. I know there were a few Giant fans out there that had flashes of the Eagle game from last year where we had the 21-point lead and couldn't hold it. This year there was no doubt on what was going to go down and what happened. We got the 100 yards on the ground, 106 if I'm correct. But we got the 100 yards. That's what you need to do. If you get that, that means that you've got a lot of snaps, as Coughlin would say, and as you know, you had a lot of plays from scrimmage. And then the points put up. Eli, come on now. Scream on him all you want, but my man has carried the G-men to the NFC Championship, and now we're going to go into the playoffs. Haven't been there in a minute now. Going to make the best of it because, a lot of times, as you know, professional athletes will tell you you don't know when you're going to get there again. So you got to make the best of your opportunity. And OCU Manure made the best of his opportunity for not playing for several weeks and having a high ankle sprain. Part of that defensive front four, which I said I'm going to put my faith in, and that's what they did. What did they do? Sack Tony Romo 6 times? Stopped him on that quarterback sneak? Antrell Roll picked him off. Antrell Roll was all behind. As much as he talks, he is a team player, and he made reference to Coughlin's job being on the line with this game. They came up big. All right, there was a few faux pas on the touchdown pass to Tony Romo. the safety over the top. Was it Grant or somebody like that? Fell asleep on that play and they got the score. That happens. Cowboys could have capitalized on the muff punt, but they didn't. That was the only turnover in the game, was the Tony Romo interception by Antrell Roll. But I am so enjoying this win over the Cowboys. Thank you, Cowboys, for coming into our stadium, our $1.7 billion stadium, handing us this win. I shouldn't say handing us the win, because you guys did fight. I gotta tip my hat to you. You guys had some fight all the way to the end. You know, you came back in the second half, close to within 7. And then we got enough yardage for Tyus to kick that 28-yarder to put us up by 10, and hey, the rest was history. No delusions of grandeur here. When you get into the second season, into the Super Bowl tournament round, which is the playoffs in the NFL, anything can happen. Anything can happen. And the way the defensive front four is clicking now, pin the ears back. Hey, ain't that something? The Giants had 4 defensive ends on the defensive line of scrimmage for several plays last night. Several plays. Chris Canty, the ex-Cowboy, even got a sack last night. Man, what a game. What a game. That's right, man. You know, yes, I was nervous. Yes, I was behind the team. And yes, the game is never over until it reads zeros and the fat lady is singing. And that's what's happening to the Cowboys right now. They're singing. Not going to worry about that franchise for right now. That's going to be in the NFC East wrap-up in another video coming to you soon. Mr. Batch continues. What else can I say? Great game. They live up to the promise, or at least the outlook or the projection that Jerry Reese has said that they would make the playoffs, and they have. Our next opponent is the Atlanta Falcons, and that's another video coming up. That's the next one that's going to be coming soon, because, hey, we got another week to play. We have another week to play. I'm ecstatic. I'm ecstatic. The Cowboys came in, lost the first game of the season in the stadium, and lost the last game of the season in this stadium. Wow, that's a tough trip. Once again, Eli Manning has beaten Tony Romo to advance into the playoffs again. Man, I'm loving this, man. I'm loving this. It's been a while since the G-Men have been in the playoffs, like 3 seasons. Now we get a chance in the dance. And let's go all the way to the bowl to be crowned king of the ball. This is Mr. Batch of the BBC NFC East Champions. Peace.